Now folks, I have just calculated that John Calvin equals love plus love perfectly. And you can find the two loves easily. John Calvin equals love plus love equals worship. I love how God just brings the gems into my life with no effort on my part. My brother just mentioned John Calvin the other day and how amazing a theologian he was, that he had revelations from God at such a young age, like age 20, and he was writing all this stuff about God at such a young age. And he just mentioned John Calvin. I'm like, all right. And I did the math on my head right in that moment, discovered it divided by 3. But just now, I put it in the computer, and lo and behold, it equals 108 equals worship equals love plus love. With these bonus artistic, actually that's the Billy Graham calculation there. Here's John Calvin's stats here, bookends, hopscotch effects for 3, worship 1. And so LO equals love. What else do you want to find? Here's a 36 here, Vin. So yeah, you can find love really easily. You can go Vin plus an A and an H, that's love number 1. And then you can get the other two 27s, LO 27 and then JNC 27. John Calvin equals love plus love, just like Billy Graham. And you can find the two loves easily in Billy Graham. So cool. On the lips of men, everyone knows John Calvin, now you know why. And everyone knows Billy Graham, now you know why. It's to the glory of the Triune God mathematically, who is love. There you go. And of course the first name John equals the 15th prime, 47. Glorifies number 3 everywhere you go. There you go. So John Calvin has been solved in this video. And then just since we're on the roll here, I might as well share this other bonus gem. Let's talk about God delivering gems straight into my lap. The Google Doodle this morning, let's see if it's still the same. Lo and behold, is this fellow. It's like, well, this happens to be my homepage, is the Google search. And who is this guy? Well, he's a surfer. Surfer divides by 3, first of all. But this is a fun one because it's his 125th anniversary, which is the perfect cube of the 3rd prime. But the fun one about this is that his full written birth name is so inextricably long, but it's so perfect for the number 3. So here it is in the history books. And he was born this day, of course, the 24th, 888. But get this, watch this. This is a fun one because it's really long. You've got 6 names that watch the grand total. You've got to be kidding me. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times the 3rd prime. In 39 letters divides by 3, 6 words divides by 3, 93 strokes divides by 3. There you go. Now you know why he's so famous in the story of God. And you can read all about him. He's got a statue in Hawaii, I believe, and it's like, you know, he was a famous swimmer. You know, there's a picture of him with a surfboard. He's like basically an icon of surfing and in Hawaii, and there's statues of him over there and all this good stuff. But I just marvel at how God just like plops things on my lap from his stories, like courtesy of a Google Doodle here. 125th. So just for fun, you know, let's solve every surfer under the sun. Today we solved golfer. A golfer on the front page of the newspaper, Lydia Ko. Golfer divides by 3. How about a surfer? Surfer equals truth. The number of letters divides by 3. The number of strokes divides by 3. The hopscotch effect 2. Nearly equal teams that divide by 3. So you can be a surfer for the pleasure of God. Ideally, we'd all share so much that we'd all have such variety in our lives that everyone would get an opportunity to be a surfer, a golfer, and every other thing under the sun. And variety is the blessing of God. You know, repetition is like, you know, it can, you know, variety is the language of richness. Repetition is the language of boredom and poverty. It's like, well, if we all shared properly and loved properly, we'd all get a chance to be a surfer in Hawaii and travel and all this good stuff. Okay, so surfer divides by 3, very obviously, like most letters divide by 3. SE, 888, FR, 888, UR, 21, 18. It's like pure, obvious, beautiful 3s. So you can add surfer to his title. You know, the great surfer, Duke Poa. I have to try this. This is too fun. Duke Paoa Kahinu Moko Hulikohola Kahana Moku. Oh man, if I could rattle that one off with the best of them, I would live in Hawaii and probably be the emperor instantly. There you go. Perfect 3 fest. So look at the stacks of love in that. It's like, well, it's just pure 3s. It's like 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. It's just like, yeah, boom. You know, this number digit total is 4 plus 0 plus 5. The 3 digits add to 9, 3 times 3. And letters, that's incredible. Words, letters, strokes divided by 3. You're just like, okay. You know, and it's this 125th anniversary, which is the, and we solved Google a million times. Google is a G plus 1 in front of love. Okay, just like God So there's your love in Google. Pretty easy. And there's two G's to choose from. And what's amazing about Google is you can get the hopscotch effect yields 2 equal teams of 27. So we've already found love in Google a million times. God owns Google. God is love. Okay. The story belongs to him. So there you go. Done. And it's his 125th birthday. Birthday divides by 3. 125 is 5 times 5 times 5. When you speak that all divides by 3. But 5 is the third prime. So it's third prime times third prime times third prime, the perfect cube. So this is a fun one. I like fun ones. Don't you? Don't you love realizing that God is fun and that he likes surfing and beach volleyball and Hawaii? We solved Hawaii. That was one of my favorite the other day. Hawaii in Hebrew is Jehovah backwards, and in Hawaii in English is just so 3-fest loaded. Hawaii. Okay. So talk about a fun one though. Like, you gotta be kidding me. 39 letters in a name? Like, one more time. I can't resist. Dupahoa, Kahinu, Moko, Halukahola, Kahanamoku. Oh man, if I could rattle that one off with the best of them, I'd be cracking coconuts in Hawaii my whole life. Okay, so there you go. You can, if you want, you can dig up more gems from his life for the number 3 and fun stuff like that. But now know that you must confess that Jesus Christ is God before you die. Okay? So, whatever this man did in his life, I read that his mother was a very religious woman. I hope that means she was a Christian and that he was also a Christian. There's a lot of references to church and stuff in his life. I hope he was a Christian before he died. You must confess that Jesus Christ is God, otherwise all is for naught. Okay? So, fame without Christ is nothing. There is no purpose to that because you will just go to hell without Christ. So, but I'm here to just point out the 3s that I'm seeing. And there's a statue of this man in the story of God, and he's a prominent part of the story of surfing, and obviously that's a part of the story of God. Okay, so that was just an obvious gem I wanted to share on the front page of Google this morning. And I've gotten a ton of gems from these Google Doodles because they commemorate history and famous people, and this is just another one on this 24th day. So there you go. John Calvin solved. So in one video, we solve a theologian and a famous surfer. You know, it's amazing to me. So love plus love. But clearly John Calvin is, I would strongly confess, the more important one. Because he told us things about God, and he was a God worshiper and a God seeker. Beware of temporary pleasures and temporary pursuits compared to the eternal. So I just want to be clear on that, okay? There you go. John Calvin solved. And we were solving famous Christians. You can add him to the party. I can't believe he wasn't on the list, but there you go. Add him. Watch my video if you haven't on solving the names of famous Christians. For example, sometimes God uses initials. Like, here's a real obvious one. C.S. Lewis and his friend J.R.R. Tolkien. Well, why do we just say C.S. Lewis and not Clive S. Lewis? Well, it's because those initials are a perfect 3-fest. And the same thing is true with J.R.R. Tolkien. Now, J.R.R. Tolkien's full birth name is like gorgeous for the number 3 as well, and I've solved Lewis in his full, but just the initials themselves, the fame of those letters glorifies number 3, just like a very famous president we call JFK. Well, why JFK in 3 letters? You know why, because that's half a love 3 times 3 times 3. So I'm showing you how God uses not only numbers and initials and like parts of letters and pet names. Billy is not his full birth name. Well, God ordained it. It's like, just like Benny Hinn. I always love putting these 2 men side by side because it's very cool, because Benny and Billy are pet names that divide by 3 and equal the same number. I've just proven mathematically that Benny Hinn is a man of God, just like Billy Graham, okay? Both divide by 3, differing by 3, and Benny equals Billy. But notice that it's the pet name. It's not their full birth name. You're like, this is cool. So it's all over the place, you know. It's just, here's initials being used, here's abbreviations, here's pet names being used that are famous. It's all to the glory of the Trinity according to his sovereign will. Amen equals 33. John Calvin solved. Now you can read about his life. You know what? Let's dig in. I insist we're in the zone here. Let's pull up Wikipedia. Wikipedia equals truth by Divine Ordinance. The founder of it is James Wales, who is like so loaded with 12s. So John Calvin, to the board with you, and we'll just look. That's his full birth name. We're currently uploading video. That's why things are. So there's our Andre DeGrasse wins bronze upload. By the way, upload divides by 3, just like publish and public. And in fact, I believe upload equals Jehovah, and God gives me that word after I make my video. So here's John Calvin, Mr. Love plus Love. Ew, let's check out more here. Oh my goodness. See, that was worth the price of admission. See how we went deeper and we got more gold? He was born Jehan Kovin. Oh my goodness. There it is. Straight from the horse's mouth. Well, shut my mouth and call me brilliant. That adds the exact same number. The current date and time for historic purposes. So we've solved John Calvin is exactly right there in the name of love, no less. I did not plan to put that love sticker by the date and time where it always appears, by the way. I was just randomly sticking love and Jesus and Bible stickers all over my monitors, and it just so happened, by God's sovereignty, that love ended up right by the place where I always capture the date and time for these videos. Because it's all about love. So that's love plus love. So, Jehan Calvin, born in France. Well. Jehan Calvin equals John Calvin. So now you're understanding the sovereignty of God in all languages. He died at age 54, which equals love, on the 27th, which equals half a love. So you say, oh, he died young, what a tragedy. No, he died at exactly age 54 equals love to the glory of God, and now he's partying with Jesus. Thank you very much. Pastor, author, theologian, a life worth living. Hallelujah. Need I say any more? So there, his official signature was these letters. Jehan Calvin. Looks like he might have done L there, but that's the birth name right there. Worship, love plus love. Look, there's even more bonus effects for 3. So watch. Here's the English transliteration. The 6 days of creation pattern goes away. But his original birth name, aha, bonus. Look at that. 6 days of creation, love in the center. There, you get the 2 loves from the 6 days of creation. That is stunning. What are the 6 days of creation? Well, day 1 was completed on day 4. Day 2, day 5, day 3, day 6. And you keep linking the letters every third letter down like a triple braided cord winds. Okay, so for maximum intimacy and grip and strength. And so J plus A plus A plus V, I insist. I absolutely insist. This is epic. Watch this. Jehan Kovin. Here it is. Check your spelling. That is to say, check the numbers. Watch this. We will paint it in 3 colors. Gold first. Here's team number 1. Every third letter. J, A, I. Pardon me. Those letters add to 21. Brilliantly. Now I'm going to jump to team 3 because team 1 plus team 3 equals love, and then team 2 in the middle equals love left over. Let's switch to blue. Gold plus blue. Divine color combination divides by 3. Aha. Did I do that correctly? No. Pardon me. Here we are back again. Excuse me. Highlight this and paint this blue. Okay, so team blue is 33. So team blue plus gold equals love number 1. And then left over, we'll just put it in green, is love. So team blue plus green, or team blue plus gold equals love, and team green equals love. That is the official for full birth name of John Calvin. Solved to the glory of the Trinity. That's a very expensive finding. Now you're just like, what else are we going to find in this man's life? Well, I guarantee you'll find 3s. I promise you that. He was a pastor. Well, by Divine Ordinance, pastor is the 24th prime, 888. In 6 letters, 12 strokes, 3s. He was also an author, which boils down to 9 by the law of prime. In 6 letters, 6 prime strokes, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. He was also a theologian. You know, a double. I can talk about this for dig in and knit it all together. It's like, what happens if you're all 3 of them at once? Click, boom. Anyways, okay. Institutes, you can solve the major works that he wrote. It's like, everything has a name, and every name has a number. Oh, there's a nice 400. Okay. It's really fun. He was a prodigy, as far as I know. I mean, he was a theologian from like birth, practically. Yeah, he was born in the town of Noyon in the Picardy region of France. He was the first of 4 sons. His mother, and so you can dig in. 3 sons. Yeah, so by age 12, he was employed by the bishop as a clerk and received the tonsure, cutting his hair to symbolize his dedication. At age 12, he was like a church man. He learned Latin. Yeah. Nice. Oh, curse. Oh my goodness, the evil father wanted his son to earn more money as a lawyer than a priest. Interestingly, priest and lawyer both divide by 3, differing by 3 points. Priest is 87, but priest equals truth. Ooh, I like that. I really like that. Truth is one of my favorite words, and priest equals truth. I like that. So he learned Greek and Latin by now. Aha, so then he got a religious conversion in autumn, no less. Autumn divides by 3, and the year divides by 3. 1533. God, by a sudden conversion, subdued and brought my mind to a teachable frame. Wow, so he forsook his other studies. Wow. Wow. He condemned his past life, not without groans and tears. And now, O Lord, what remains to a wretch like me, but instead of defense? Wow. This was a man of letters. Read that text. Very intelligent. Huh, so it appears he broke from the Roman Catholic Church. He experienced a prophetic calling. Wow. That equals amen. So he reformed. Wow. He was forced into hiding. Interesting. And then his reform work. William Farel. I know Farel is screaming. Yeah, that's an obvious 3 Fest 11 times 11. And then Farel is like the name that everyone remembers, which is 3. Oh, so this was the original title. Gold times 10. Oh, I want to look up the periodic table and see what element 69 is for Jehovah. Equals 69. So he was now... Wow. 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 Oh, did he never marry? Yeah, he was devoted. He married on the condition that she would learn French? My friend, he was an intellectual like you wouldn't believe. Yeah, there's a condition for marriage. Well, as long as she learns French, all right. Wow, you don't hear that one these days. I'm just resting this camera a little bit here. So he never got married. Unless the Lord had entirely bereft me of my wits. And then he did get married. Wow. Wow. This is a long article. Like, I'll have to take some time. How did he pass away? Man, there's so much to read on this man. Like, yeah, you're digging into a real gold mine here, like a lot of depth, as is common for a deep man. Oh man. Okay, well, I'll have to spend more time on that. Let's jump quickly to the periodic table, and I'm going to make a new video for that one, because this is quite long.